Hello, and welcome to the RAE Systems MultiRAE training. In this training series, we will cover various aspects related to the usage and basic maintenance of the MultiRAE product family, including calibration, power-up, sensor and battery replacement, data log download, and more. Let's get started. RAE Systems recommends that your MultiRAE be exposed to periodic bump testing in accordance with national and regional regulations. The purpose of the bump test is to make sure that the sensors are working and the alarms are functional. A bump test is performed on the MultiRAE by exposing the instrument to test gas in a concentration that exceeds the low alarm limits preset on the MultiRAE. Depending upon the configuration of the MultiRAE that you have, you may or may not be able to bump all the sensors at the same time using one gas mix. On this instrument, for example, we have 4 sensors, oxygen, CO, H2S, and LEL, that can be bump tested at the same time, but we also have the PID sensor that we would have to use a different source of gas for. So therefore, our bump test process is going to go in 2 steps. First step, I'm going to bump test the 4 sensors, oxygen, CO, H2S, and LEL, using a 4 gas mix that contains 10 ppm hydrogen sulfide, 50 ppm CO, 50% LEL, and 18% oxygen. Any MultiRAE should be bump tested with a calibration adapter, regardless of whether it's a diffusion model or a pumped model. When you install the calibration adapter, please make sure that it goes all the way down. Next, I'm going to connect the adapter to the gas cylinder, and we'll start the gas flow. What I'm looking for is for all the 4 sensors that are being bump tested to go at least into a low alarm. With the instrument alarming, make sure that all the LED lights light up, the buzzer is functional, and you can feel vibration. By looking at the screen, you can tell which sensors are currently in alarm. So now the CO sensor is in a low alarm and the H2S sensor is in a low alarm. So to summarize, what we're observing here is that all the 3 alarm components, including the LED lights, the buzzer, and the vibration alarm, are functional, and all the 4 sensors that are currently being bump tested are at least in a low alarm. So this means the bump test is successful. I'm going to turn off the test gas and disconnect the instrument from it. Next, I'm going to bump test the PID sensor by exposing it to isobutylene gas. The sensor is really fast, so it goes into alarm really quickly. So I can see that the PID sensor is currently in high alarm. I can feel the vibration alarm, I can hear the buzzer, and I can see the LED lights flashing. So that means the PID sensor also passes the bump test. The same approach applies when it comes to bump testing the diffusion versions of the new MultiRAE. The instrument I'm holding in my hand has 4 sensors installed: oxygen, LEL, H2S, and CO. So we'd bump test it with a 4 gas mix, all in one go. The difference between the pumped versions of the MultiRAE and the diffusion versions is the diffusion version gas inlets are located on the back of the instrument, and the calibration adapter also looks slightly different. Similar to the pumped version, I have to use a calibration adapter when bump testing the instrument. So I'm going to install the calibration adapter. Making sure it goes all the way down. I will connect it to the 4-gas mix. Turn it around so that I can observe the screen readings and turn on the gas flow. Once again, my goal is to make sure the instrument goes at least into a low alarm on all the 4 sensors. Now we can see that all the sensors are in alarm and all the alarms are functional on the instrument. So it means it passes the bump test successfully. Once the bump testing process is complete, please always make sure to remove the calibration adapter from the instrument. Never use your instrument with the calibration adapter installed, as keeping the calibration adapter on the instrument may result in distorted readings, which is a safety threat. Thank you for watching.